It's a blessing you're going blind, Henry. I hope it happens faster for your sake. It's better if you're spared from seeing the snake you're marrying, or the fool you've become. And I wouldn't have married you anyway. A blind fool is no prince, only a burden. Maybe it's a blessing you're going blind, Henry. I hope it happens faster for your sake. It's better if you're spared from seeing the snake you're marrying, or the fool you've become. Terrified to see a boy emerge from under the blankets.
And I began to hate.
No one really wants the truth. Not when the truth is ugly and the liar is beautiful, new. This girl was a psychopath.
And you will not die of it. That
And slowly, she smiled. I wasn't crazy or paranoid. I've been right about her all along. Run, blazed. And it felt good. But how could I hate her? She's such an angel. But then again, kinda wish she were dead as she walks by. What a sight for sore eyes, brighter than a blue sky. She's got you mesmerized while I die. You can call me Miss. You hired my father, Miss. That means you changed my life. And I'll be sure to return the favor. I felt umbrella straightened and met my gaze smiling. Please, Drizella, do I look like the kind of girl who murders birds? No, but looks can be very deceiving. People only see what they want to see. Luckily for me, they always want to see an angel. I only tell people what they want to hear. You know you better than this. Come make a star, got your heart in your head. Don't believe it. Just sit down and start with your heart in your head. You know you're better than this. Guess she didn't love being a nobody because slowly, very slowly, she started spinning her story. And before we knew it, we were the villains. She was the poor, mistreated servant girl. And I was the bitter hag trying to steal her man. But he was my man first. Pages filled with jokes, questions, news, bad drawings. But weeks and weeks went by, and still there was no reply. By now, my heart was filled with dread. What if something had happened to him? But if that was the case, the news would be everywhere. And then finally, a letter arrived one morning. My hands were trembling so much, I almost ripped the letter trying to open the envelope.
Dear Drizella,
I made the biggest mistake of my life. I hired a gardener. A girl my age emerged from behind him. And I will never forget the first time I saw her. Her hair was like honey catching sunlight. Her eyes were the kind of blue that would make painters cry into their palettes trying to replicate it. We didn't know it yet, but the entire trajectory of our lives was rewritten at that moment. At first, she just helped. She polished the silver, dusted the bookshelves, organized the pantry. But then, she started having ideas for everything. She rearranged the furniture, suggested new colors for the curtains, and soon, Mother wanted her opinion on everything. There was a celebration, as always, at the end of the harvest season. And as the servants gathered to dance, Cinderella joined them. She danced like the air was conspiring to hold her up, like the music was written just for her.
She's so graceful. Not like my girls.
That was the first time I heard her say it. Not like my girls. But it wasn't the last. I would have given up and accepted her perfection and superiority if it wasn't for the bird incident.
Come here, Gisela, look! A robin's nest right outside Ella's window.
Next morning, I ran outside to Anastasia screaming. I found her standing under the tree, and the nest lay on the ground, completely destroyed. The eggs and the robin were gone. Later that evening, Cinderella walked into the living room, holding something behind her back.
Uh-oh, I need to gift.
Mother? Since when did she? Then I saw the gift, and my blood ran cold. It was a delicate poem, woven with tiny blue-gray feathers twisted through gold thread. This couldn't just be my imagination running away with me, right? Still feeling uneasy. There was no way I wasn't going to snoop through her room, which was, as I suspected, disgustingly perfect. Not a speck of dust, and everything was arranged with military precision. Psychopath. I rifled through her drawers, opened her wardrobe, peered under the bed. I didn't find some secret stash of poisons or a diary confessing to slow murder. I wasn't even sure what I was looking for, and I was beginning to feel stupid. I turned to leave when suddenly my elbow bumped into a picture frame on her vanity, knocking it to the floor. I something was broken, and the picture had just come out. As I was placing it back in, something slipped out. A folded piece of paper tucked away carefully. And when I opened it, I recognized the handwriting instantly. I would have known it anywhere.
Dearest Drizella, I'm so sorry I haven't written in a while. A sudden, strange illness gripped me and I was too sick to be moved or even lift my head. The royal court kept quiet to avoid panic, and it took me months to recover. Even now, the physicians say the worst is not over. I'm healthy otherwise, but my vision has been compromised permanently. They expect it will continue to worsen until I lose it entirely. Perhaps within a few months or a year. Before that happens, before I lose my ability to pen down words myself, I need to tell you that I'm in love with you. I'm not the man you deserve, but if you could ever imagine a future with me, one where I will not have my sight, you will have all my heart, I would ask you to marry me. Yours always, just Henry.
I read it again and again and again. My knees gave out, and I sank to the floor. He had loved me. He had wanted to marry me. He had needed me when he had gotten such terrible news, and I'd never even known. It's like all this time thinking he forgot that he's leaving me. That wasn't true. None of it was true. Cinderella had known. How had she gotten this letter? Had she seen it before it reached me? Did she intercept others too? Did Henry get mine? A broken sound escaped my throat. It wasn't crazy or paranoid. I'd been right about her all along. But suddenly, the sound of the front door snapped me back to reality. Cinderella had returned from the ball. I rose to my feet. Pure rage surging through my veins. She had taken everything from me. But this time, she wasn't getting away with it. I ran downstairs and found Cinderella by the fireplace, humming softly. And I lunged towards her and grabbed her hair. Oh my God, what are you doing? I shoved the letter in her face. Why do you have this? What did you do? What did you say to him? What was it that Henry had called me? Yes. The village in Cinderella's story. And that she would save him. And he would save her from me. Yes. Her beauty was so bright, it even enchanted and almost blinded them. It made everyone else look ugly.
In another life, maybe it was you and me. Maybe there we loved each other right, and we were happy together. Maybe in that life we did all the things we said we would.
That's just the way life goes. I push my luck, it shows. Thankful you don't send someone to kill me. I love you, I'm sorry. You were the best, but you were the worst. As sick as it sounds, I loved you first. I was a dick, it is what it is. I happen to kick the age-old curse. I tend to laugh whenever I'm sad. I stare at the crash, it actually works. Making amends, this should never end. I'm wrong again, wrong again. The way life goes, joyriding down poor road.
She was perfect. In my vision, she was the greatest woman I ever knew. Till I ruined things. Can't we go back, my love?
I'm not the man you deserve. Yours always, Just Henry.
I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn.
He doesn't know it, but a year from now our family will be torn apart, and I'll move far away and won't see or talk to him for 5 years. And as we sit on the hood of our car, the sun goes down, and he asks me what I want out of my life. I tell him I don't know.
Did Cinderella get her famous happy ending? Honestly, I don't know. The Crown Prince had a relapse of his disease a few years later, and this time he did not survive it. I'm sure Cinderella wore black for a while and looked stunningly tragic. I doubt she really mourned him, because I don't think she was capable of loving anything or anyone. But who knows? Maybe she lived happily ever after anyway, bedecked in jewels and finery, admired and beloved by the people, and with a whole castle to scrub to sparkling perfection. Anyway, this is how my story ends.
Slipping through my fingers all the time. I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time.
This is how my story ends. It's so depressing, isn't it? But don't worry. This version won't stick, because no one really wants the truth. Not when the truth is ugly and the liar is beautiful.